All right. Let me just share my screen. Just a second. Okay, I believe the screen is being shared.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Good afternoon, students. My name is Mohit Singh. I'm a trainer with SCC Online, and with me, I have my co-trainers over here in this meeting, Mr. Chetan Singh Gill and Mr. Rajesh Raina. We all have joined over here to give you information about this legal research software that is called SCC Online. I've been told that in this meeting, we are expecting a good strength of first year batch and the second year batch. So we'll give you some information on the basic and intermediate level. And for the next session in future, we'll also give you some information on the advanced tips and tricks. All right. Having said that, my screen is already being shared. And what you are seeing over here is the SCC Online website. Now, it is a legal research software which is used to find the legal documents, some case laws, some legal articles, Bail Acts, and any other information which you would like to see. SCC stands for Supreme Court Cases, right? And SCC Online is a product of Eastern Book Company, which is India's legal publishing house, which prints Supreme Court judgments, Supreme Court digest notes, and many other information. Now, SCC Online is a, we can say, website. It also works in the application form. It is a legal research software which is very user friendly in order to access the information which is inside in it. Talking about the information, what type of information or what type of documents can you see in this database? That is very important, right? So let me give you a bit of an idea that what are the documents and what are the databases which we have kept in this particular software. I believe you're already using your own remote access software in your university in order to reach to this particular website, that is SCC Online. So that's not a problem. We straight away go to the SCC Online data coverage now. We click on this data coverage. We click on web edition, and there you go. Now, first thing first, we cover the in under the Indian case law, we cover the Supreme Court of India judgments. But we not only just cover the raw judgments coming from Supreme Court of India, we actually work upon it. We actually make the head note part by the help of our editorial team, and also we make the digest notes for you. We'll have a brief discussion onto that once we are in the software. So those are the Supreme Court of India judgments. Apart from that, we have the Federal Court of India judgments. We have Privy Council judgments. We have historical court, just like Awadh, Pepsu, Lahore Court, Sindh Court. We have limited judgments, but the landmark judgments coming from the district courts. And most importantly, we also cover the tribunals and commissions. If we talk about something else apart from the case laws, then under the Indian statutes, we have the central acts, we have the state acts, we have central notification, we have state notification, and also bills in parliament, which have been introduced in any one of the houses, which have been passed by any one of the houses, right? Moving ahead. Under Indian secondary materials, we have kept this information that is called Constituent Assembly Debates. Now, for the first year students, this is very important for you to know that you can always read the Constitution, but it is also very important to know what was the foundation while making of the Constitution, what were the discussion that were placed in while making of the Constitution, right? So all those debates, all those discussions that were held while making of the Constitution has been kept in SCC Online under the category of Indian secondary materials. Apart from that, you have reports of commission and committees, such as law commission reports and many other. You also have the legal articles coming from different universities, coming from SCC journals as well. You can go in that university section, you can click on any university name, and you'll get the entire volume list through which you can browse the legal articles. Apart from that, from the academics point of view, we also cover the moot court resources, in which we try to cover all the moot court competitions that are held in India, in which we also cover the problems and the moot propositions by the teams. Moving ahead, we also have the bilateral and multilateral treaties. We have the historical trials, trials of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, trials of Maharaja Nand Kumar, and we also have the policy documents. So we have a quite large database over here, but the only problem whenever any person is trying to access the information, that is how effectively and how quickly he can find that information, right? So we need to tackle that. We need to give you solutions. We need to give you some means and methods through which you can quickly and effectively find all the documents in this quantum of information that is present in SCC Online, right? Having said that, let us now move forward with the SCC Online software, in which, first of all, we'll click on the login button. So you've already got to know that you are already using the remote access software, which has been provided by the university. So once you click on your portal, you click on the SCC Online name, then you reach to this website. And when you click on the login button, you will get this IP login feature over here. If you do not see this IP login, then it simply means that something has been wrong with your remote access software. You should see this IP login feature. That's a fail-safe check. Now, when you see this IP login, for the first time users, they need to register over here by clicking on register here. They click on register here, they put in their login ID and they put in their full name. Your login ID is your email ID and your full name, and you can click on register and login. But if you have already registered, then what you can do is you can simply enter the login ID. I have my login ID over here. I click on login now, and now I'm in the software. So this is the login process. So login process is pretty simple, but it is the most important step in order to reach to this software, right? Once you log in the software, you will see this dashboard that is very user friendly. How? Because it gives you many tiles through which you can click upon and get the information from. Many tiles in respect of you can always do the research, you can always browse the documents as it is, and you can also click on the links available. So whichever tile you see in the blue color are meant for the research purpose. Whenever you have a party name available, whenever you have a citation, whenever you have a query on which you need to see some information upon, or whenever you have a topic name available, you can certainly go with any of the research tiles which are there. Once you have the information which you just need to browse through, like for example, I quickly wanted to read the for example, any Bayer Act. So I can click on this Bayer Act over here and I can read the whole Bayer Act. So it is kind of a library which is already available in your university, right? So you can quickly browse through the information under the My Library tiles. In the link section, we have kept the SCC Online blog. We have also kept the EVC web store and SCC Online store. Now, let us try to hit a search. Let us try to search in SCC Online and let us see that how and what is the method of researching in SCC Online. So now we are going with the word search. Word search is a first tile under the research section. We click on that. There you go. So this is the search bar through which I can put in any query and then I get the results, right? So just like you search anything on Google, you type in the whole query and then you get the results. Let's try that method first. So for an example, I quickly wanted to see what are the latest judgment coming from Supreme Court of India on the topic of defamation. So what the query will be like. I suppose you'll be writing something like this. Latest cases, Supreme Court of India on defamation. I believe you might be writing something like this, right? So on Google, we tend to type everything which we have in a query. We have to mention that we are using for latest cases, oldest cases, and from which court of India we wanted the information from. So certainly we can click on the search bar and let us see what type of results do we get. There you go. A total of 193 results have been coming in. And now the very first result over here is an article. How I can see that there's a we can say identifier as an icon A, and also it has been written as articles. Now in this article, it seems like almost everything is being highlighted. So I do not know whether I'm looking at the correct document. Let us see. Apart from articles, do we have something else in the list? Yeah. So we have a judgment over here. The judgment is denoted by the icon J. I click on it and the judgment will open up in the right hand side. So this judgment is coming from in the High Court of Bombay. It was a full bench, and then again it seems like almost everything is being highlighted of defamation. All right, okay, so I can figure it out that I got one judgment on the account of defamation. not from Supreme Court of India, but from Bombay High Court, that to the latest one, right? It was decided in the year of 2018. All right, let us go back to the dashboard and let us try to modify our search and let us see after modification what type of results do we get, because it seems like everything is being highlighted which doesn't seem to be relevant document to me. So how to go back? You click over here in the dashboard icon and you're back on the dashboard screen. Again, you can go in the word search and type in the another form of query with the same we can say topic. So we click on this drop down window. There you go. This was my previous query. And now what I wanted you to understand over here is, while typing the query on Google is a different environment, but on SCC Online is something else. SCC Online is already a legal research software. So whichever word you type in over here, let it be defamation, let it be any contempt of court or any phrase, it will always be searched in the entire database with the information available in the legal databases and the legal documents, right? On the Google, on the other hand, whenever you search any information, it searches for everyone, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, whether you are an engineer. It gives you the entire documents, blogs, articles, everything. That is why you mention every parameter to the Google, that we only wanted the cases, not the articles. We only wanted a Supreme Court, not the High Court. And obviously, we wanted on this topic. So what I wanted to construct over here is that whenever you are framing your query, do not define every parameter of your query. That is not necessary. Only put in the main important word of your query. And I believe you have already know the answer. That is defamation in my scenario. So I have written over here defamation and I click on the search bar. And now let us see what type of results do we get. Previously, we were getting around approx 190 results. And this time, okay, my screen has been glitched out. Okay, yeah. Now this time, there are around 9,000 results. So can you see the difference? From 190 jumped to 9,000 just by a quick change of some words. And now, how can I see the Supreme Court of India judgments? This is a digest note coming from a judgment, but I quickly wanted to see the full text of a judgment. How can I see that? Please focus over here on the left hand side. You see all results 9,000, you see digest notes 1,000, and you see judgment section 7,000. You click on judgment section plus icon. Then you see the whole bifurcation over here. Supreme Court 255, similarly Privy Council, High Courts, and many other courts. We click on only Supreme Court so that the information now which is coming in is only from the category of Supreme Court. All right. Now the Supreme Court judgment is over here. That is coming from 1985. This is not the latest one. How can I see the latest or oldest? Most of you already know the answer. We are going to click on sort by option over here. And now we are going to click upon chronological latest first. So we click on latest first and let us see what type of results do we get. So we are getting a case coming from the month of March, 25th of March 2021. This is a case coming from Supreme Court of India, that is Patricia Mukhim versus State of Meghalaya. I click on next highlight, and certainly it is talking on the same ground that defamation was discussed. I can click on any other judgment and the method remains the same. You click on next highlight and you are on the next highlight option according to the topic you have researched. All right. So this is the basic difference between a Google search and the SCC Online search. So please keep in mind, please keep your query as short as simple, right? There are some important functions available for you so that you can save the document, you can print the document. For example, let me go on the top first. All right. Now, first of all, as you can see, this toolbar remains constant. On whichever screen you're working on, this toolbar will remain the same on the judgment section or whichever document you open. The first option is the speaker button, which allows the machine to give you or to read the judgment for you. This one is a save icon through which you can save the judgment in the PDF format. This one is the email icon, and this one is the print icon through which you can print the judgment. There are many other icons as well, which we are going to discuss in our later examples. Now, coming toward the judgment over here. Now, this is a judgment in the Supreme Court of India. The quorum, the bench consists of two justices, Justice Khanwilkar sir and Justice Ravinder Bhatt sir. However, when we closely look upon the quorum strength, we can see that Justice Ravinder Bhatt sir name is in the blue bold color. That simply means that Justice Ravinder Bhatt sir was the one who has penned down the judgment, who was the author of the judgment, right? Justice Khanwilkar sir was just having a concurring opinion with him. So this is how we can figure it out who wrote the judgment or who was the author of the judgment. Now there is one more thing which is very important and we can cover in this example as well. That is, how can you copy anything from a judgment? Now please have a look upon in this judgment. This judgment is coming from the date of 25th of March 2021. Almost a latest judgment. That is why the citation which is being given to you is the 2021 SCC Online SC230. That simply represents that this citation is an online citation and it is available in the website version. It has not been printed in our books yet in the SCC online journals. Why? Because the head note part, the summary part, which we always make for the for the Supreme Court of India judgments, has not been made yet. It's in the process. So till the time the head notes have not been made, you can see the judgment is as raw as it coming from the Supreme Court of India. And that is why you can copy anything you want from the judgment straight away by just highlighting and copy and pasting in your Word file. But what if the head notes are present in the judgment? What if you see a head note part? Then what you can do is, let me just pull a judgment for you just for a second. I click on relevance again. There you go. So this is again another random judgment coming from Supreme Court of India on the topic of defamation, certainly. Now this citation is different. This citation is talking about the year, the volume, and the page number of our journals, SCC journals, right? Now in this citation, when I scroll down, rather than the judgment itself, I see this black portion, the black paragraph. In this black paragraph, this has been added by the editors of Eastern Book Company. They have read the whole judgment for you, and then they have given you a short summary that what the judgment is talking about. This judgment is talking about CPC Act 1908, Order 22, Rules 1, 3, and 11. It also talks about that death of sole plaintiff appellant during pendency of his appeal in defamation suit. All right. It is also talking about applicability of Section 306 of Succession Act 1925. So just by reading these three lines, I got to know that two acts and two different sections have been discussed, and there was a discussion of a death of sole plaintiff in the pendency of his defamation suit. That is really unique. Now, that is the reason why whenever you see these types of judgment, they have a different way of giving you the copying method. So now when you scroll down, you can see the judgment of the court was delivered by from here itself. The copying method is a pretty different but very unique. That is, whenever you wanted to copy any paragraph, you need to locate this small notepad icon. Click on this notepad icon, it will give you a green check. Similarly, if you want another paragraph, I want the third one and I want the second one. There you go. I have selected 3 paragraphs. And now I can click on this icon, that is smart copy. Irrespective on whichever we can say sequence I have selected the paragraph notepads, it will give me the same information. Also, it will give me the information that from which judgment you have taken this information. I have taken this extract from this particular judgment, from this citation at this page number. You can also email this portion to anyone else or to yourself, and certainly you can copy any information. Students, if you have any questions regarding the feature which I'm showing currently, you can always use the chat box window. After we are done with the session, we are going to open the question answers round, in which we will surely look upon all the questions posted by you and we will try to answer all of them. So this was the basic example in order to show you that how a research needs to be made on SCC Online word search and how you can use the basic functionalities which are available, such as selecting the category, sorting the data, or saving a document or copying something from a document, right? Let me go back to the dashboard again. There you go. We are back on the dashboard. Now let us see what else can we do in any other tile. So we got the word search already. We got to know how it works. Let us try to see any other tile now. Now we have this find by topic tile available for you that is almost similar as a word search. So let us click on that and let us see how it works. Now this tile gives you a brief topics and statutes list given by the software. So for example, as you can see, there are quite a huge list coming towards you. So for example, you're looking for some cases under the category of arbitration. So you click on arbitration, it gives you suggestions that, sir, are you looking for appointment of arbitration cases? No. Are you looking for arbitration agreement? Yes. Or are you looking for anything else? So rather than thinking about the words which we can apply in order for the word search, this software, this style gives you the suggestion that, sir, these might be the perfect choices for you if you're looking under the category of arbitration, right? Again, for an example, if you're searching for any other words, like for example, I'm getting a suggestion for child custody, you can certainly type in the child custody and it will give you the suggestions coming from two different categories. That's all. Child custody has been discussed under the category of conflict of laws and private international law, and also under the category of family and personal law. In which category you wanted to see the data? Okay, I wanted to see the data from family and personal law. All right, click on it. And now, before clicking on go, I would recommend you students, if you can click on search everywhere. When you click on search everywhere, what is going to do? It will search this child custody word in the entire database of SCC Online. But by default, it was going to search in only the digest nodes. So now we are going to click on go button. And this now will act as a word search in which the word child custody will be searched. Now, as you can see, all the child custody documents are coming in on my screen. I can certainly click on any category. I can sort the data as per my preference. So this was find by topic. Chetan sir, do you want to add something under find by topic tile? Is Chetan sir there on the call? Oh, okay, no problem. Rana sir, are you there on the call? All right, no problem. I
Yes.
hope yeah, all right. I just wanted to check. I hope my voice is audible. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you want to add something under find by topic, Mr. Anna?
No, I think you have
All right.
defined it pretty well. Yeah.
All right. So students, that was find by topic, which is almost like a brother-sister relation to me between word search and find by topic. So for the first year student is going to benefit a lot as it gives you the suggestions on whichever topic you would like to see the data from, right? Now let us see what if our seniors gives us some party name, or what if our teachers give us some party name and how I can search via party name, right? That is very interesting. So let us try to click on find by party name option now. Find by party name is very simple, yet most important. Search by party name gives you two options. Over here, as you can see, search by party name by default, and also search by famous case names. Let us cover this first. Search by famous case names only and only searches for the selective judgments which were there in the national media headline. For example, triple talaq case, Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, Nirbhaya Hatyakand case, Babri Masjid case. So all those landmark national media headline cases in which you have a bit confusion that whether this was the party name or whether that was the party name or what was the name of the appellant or something like that. You can only and only type the media headline. So Mumbai blast case, Mumbai terrorist attack case. There you go. Click on find case. So Mumbai terrorist attack case in which the party name was Mohammad Ajmal Amir Kasab versus state of Maharashtra. All right. Taking something else. Babri Masjid case. There you go. Click on Babri Masjid, click on find case, M. Siddiqui versus Suresh Das. So this is a feature through which you can get the selective judgments coming from the famous case names. Search by party name is very simple. In search by party name, first of all, you select this list that from which court that judgment was delivered from. Whether that judgment was delivered from Supreme Court, Federal Court, Privy Council, or any of the High Court. If you have any confusion, then you can certainly click on all jurisdiction. So let us click on all jurisdiction. Now let us see what should be the party name. So I'm taking an example of A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras. So I type A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras. Now, if I click on find case, no results found. So that simply means we don't have this judgment in our database. No, that's not the case over here. The only modification which needs to be made is versus is common. So you need to refrain yourself from writing versus or v dot. Now type in again and click on find case. There you go. A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras is right in front of you. Sometimes we have partial information available. For an example, we do not know what was the name of the respondent, State of Madras or State of Chhattisgarh or State of something else. I only type state. Find case. There you go. Now I need to figure it out from the date of decision. 2016? No, it was a pretty old case. 2015? No. 1961 or 1950. Now from this method, I can certainly pinpoint and click on go, and that judgment will be opened up. So the idea of using this find a party name is very simple. Select the code, enter the party name, you're good to go, even if you have a partial party name available. Now this judgment has been opened up in SCC Online, in which what you see over here is the same judgment, but with respect to this judgment, you're also getting some digest notes. So let me give you a brief idea on that now. So this judgment was delivered in the year of 1950, in which on the left hand side, our software is giving us two categories through which you can click. One is obviously the judgment, that is one, but second one is 231 digest notes. Digest notes are nothing but the law points that were discussed in the judgment. So that simply means that 231 important points of law were discussed when this case was decided in Supreme Court of India in the year of 1950. And for each and every law point that was discussed, we have made a separate entry identified as the icon D. So whenever you see the icon D, that simply means you're looking at the digest note. And whenever you see the numbers just beside that, that simply represents the quorum strength, how many judges were there in the quorum, right? So first law point talks about that the such detention word was discussed, such detention, right? And on such detention word, what was the information or what was the opinion coming from Justice Faisal Ali sir is written over here. And what was the opinion of Justice Patanli Shasi sir, what he said about this word. The word search detention in subclause A refer back to the preventive detention method in clause 4 and not a retention for a longer period than 3 months. So we have made this practice to add the digest notes with respect to the judgments, in which whichever opinion that was given by the justice sir, we always include that as well. So for example, if I click on another word that is due process of law, again, you're going to read the opinion of the judges, right? So there you go. This is the entire method through which you can read the opinion and also you can read the digest notes. So either you can read the whole judgment or you can get the idea just by looking at the digest notes. There is one more question that comes in researchers' mind, that is whenever we are looking at the judgment, there is a slight possibility that some of the law point which was decided in this case got overruled by any other case. How we can see that? So whenever you would like to see any law point which was overruled by any other case, how you can see that? Let me show it to you. So you have already opened this case. After opening the case via find by party name or via find by citation, what you need to do is you just go over top left over here and type in the word overruled. By typing the word overruled and clicking on the magnifying glass, whichever law point that was overruled by any other case will come onto your screen. So out of 231, it seems like 7 points of law of AK Gopalan are not a good law anymore. I would not recommend you to cite these law points as they got overruled in any other case. And which case it was? Let me open any one. So I've opened this digest note for you that is talking on the ground of prevented detention, Article 19 1D, right to movement throughout the territory of India. And the opinion is coming from former Chief Justice Kanya sir. It is also coming from, the opinion is coming from Justice Mukherjee sir. Again, from other quorum strength, Justice Fezali sir, Justice Palani sir. But what we need to see over here is this, that this law point was first overruled in Rastam Kawaji Cooper case. It was then overruled in Shaira Bano case, and latest it was overruled in Kalpana Mehta case. So you get the information in the chronological order from the oldest to latest first. That the law points were overruled in this case, right? Not only that, if you would like to note down the citations, apart from the SCC online citation and the SCC journal citations, you can certainly write them down from here. There are citations coming from SCR, MLJ, MWN, Criminal Law Journal, and AIR as well. So this is the method through which you can see how many law points got overruled and in which case it was overruled. If you have any confusion, please use the chat box window for that. So this is a case in which we have seen what is the overrule method, how we can see that, right? But there is one more thing which the researchers would like to see. So this is for the senior students. Like for an example, if you're looking for any case and you're also wanted to see that in which cases this A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras was relied on, was followed, was referred, or whichever treatment which was given to this case. I would like to see all those similar cases, just like A.K. Gopalan case. All right, not a problem. You click on this button, that is case reference. When you click on this button, all those cases are coming onto your screen in which A.K. Gopalan was discussed and the treatment given to the A.K. Gopalan case. So currently you're getting 371 results in which by default our software gives you to saves your time the digest notes. You can click on next highlight. AK Gopalan was discussed over here, and in the last you can see AK Gopalan was relied on in this case of State of Bombay versus Atmara. Coming towards another case, this is another case coming from and in which it is written as C also AK Gopalan. This is the same case, Hans Muller. Let me click on this one, Ramchandra Prasad. In Ramchandra Prasad, I can certainly see A.K. Gopal versus State of Madras was followed. So this is the method through which you can see all those similar cases on the current case, and also you get the treatment, whether it was followed, relied on any other treatment which was given to this case, right? So any confusion the find a party name, please use the chat box window. We are moving ahead. So we are moving towards the dashboard now. We have already covered the word search, we have covered the find by topic, and we have also already covered find by party name. Moving towards find by citation. Find by citation, I believe most of the students already know how to use it. It's very simple, but yet there are some new things which have been added. As you can see that when you click on this drop down, you get the list of all the journals, not only SCC, you get the list of AIR, you get the list of Criminal Law Journal, MLJ, SCR, whichever journal you would like to enter the citation on, you can certainly click on that journal category and you can enter the citation. So all in all, you no need to only enter the citation of SCC, you can enter the citation of AIR as well. So let me give you an example for that. 2010 SC1 and click on get citation. So even if you do not write the SC citation, you will still get the same judgment. There you go. 2010 to SCC 9, 2010, 1 SCC criminal. And now, if you would like to see the equivalent citations, you can click on any digest note you want. Go in the last, There you go. Along with SCC, you're getting SCC Criminal, Criminal Law Journal, ECRN, AIC, and AIR, right? And also in the digest notes, you get the information, all those judgments which were relied on, distinguished, relied on, followed, applied, and every other treatment given to some other judgments. So digest notes are really going to be helpful for you students. It saves a lot of time. All
Mohit,
right.
Devasmita has put one query in the chat. That is, could you repeat the last part? I think that's for that overrule
Acha, oh, okay. Okay. I
before
believe
the
we'll
citations that you was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I believe we'll cover the overall part just in the question answers round. We'll give you the process again.
right.
All right. Going back to the dashboard, what else can we show a bit more interesting? This one. Find case law by section. Find case law by section is very interesting, students, because it doesn't ask for your citation, doesn't ask for your party name, and even doesn't ask for your query. What it asks for is you only type the name of the act and on which section you would like to see the case laws upon. So, for example, um, I would like to see IPC section 302 judgments. So rather than typing the query over here, what I need to do is I write IPC. There you go, penal code. I open this category and now I can select whichever section I wanted to see the judgments upon. So I will quickly go to 302. There you go, and click on go button. So no input needed apart from the act name and the section name, right? And again, you will get all those judgment in which IPC section 302 was discussed. So this is very good tile whenever you're looking for some case laws on some act and some sections, right? Now going towards the word search now. Now word search have some other tips and tricks through which it can help you while you're researching. Now for an example, if you're searching for some contract law cases which got void due to an involvement of a minor. I'll repeat my statement again. If you're looking for some contract cases which got void due to an involvement of a minor, so how can you research on all those cases? How can you get the case laws? So first of all, students, please focus over here. Whenever you would, whenever you are entering your query, whenever you're framing your query, type the query as it is. Type the query as it comes into your mind, and then you can modify your query. So let me show it to you. Contract cases which got void due to involvement of a minor, right? So this is a query which came in my mind and I wrote it this way. Now you need to do the filtration process. The filtration process consists of only focus on the main important legal words of the query. Main important legal words can be the legal phrases, can be the words which you have used, but apart from that, you need to delete the rest of the information which got void due to, I can delete that. No, sorry, apart from void, yeah, cases which got due to, I can also delete the involvement of a minor. So now I've got these three words: contract, void, and minor. These are the three main pillars of my query that I'm looking on the, we can say, contract law cases in which the reason is void and why it was got void because of a minor. So these three are the most important words which I got from my query. Now, rather than just going to click on the search button, I would like to give you one important feature over here. Now, whenever you would search this way, the software is going to make a search, but it does not give you the guarantee whether these three words are going to fall under the same sentence. But why do we need in the same sentence? See, whenever you are looking at a judgment, you are actually wanted to see the query which we have typed in should get an answer in that, right? You should, you will always like to see a sentence which gives the answer of your query. So whenever you would like to see a sentence in which all the words which are mentioned in your query should be appearing in, then please use near operator. Near. Near. Near means to make the words as near as possible in simple language. Yes. Here again, and there you go. Now, what the software understands is that, okay, I want contract, near void, near minor. These three words should be as close as possible. And how much close? There is a proximity through which you can set it. The by default is 10. You can reduce it or you can increase it to 20, right? Click on the search bar and let us see what type of results do we get. There you go. The first is the digest notes coming from Bombay High Court that is talking on the ground of contract, minor void contract. You can certainly read it. The plaintiff did not sell the goods, but the defender was a minor at the time, and so the contract was void. But under Section 66, he is either bound to restore the goods or give it his price. So this is a kind of an answer we would like to see whenever we frame a query. So for that, you already got the solution. Please use a near operator in between the selective words of your query. Going back to the dashboard. Now, sometimes your query contains some sections and the acts, right? So for an example, if you would like to see some judgments on IPC section uh, 420 and Negotiable Instrument Act section 138, how can you see that? The simplest answer is, sir, I go to this find case law by section and then I search it. Find case law by section, yes, it does searches for you, but it does search only one act and section at a time. In this query, you would like to see two different act and two different sections. So for that, the answer is very simple. You write that query first of all. IPC section 420 and negotiable, I'll just write negotiable over here. Instrument Act 138, right? This is my query. Again, let me do the filtration part real quick. And act and section as well, because in some judgments it's been written as section, it's been written as SEC dot, and it's also been written as SS dot. So in order to cater to all those probabilities, we can put in the near operator that will take care of it, right? So whichever word which are coming in between these two words, section, SS dot, SEC dot, it will be taken care of by the software itself. Similarly, I can type in the near over here, and now I can type the near as well. So there is no limit how many times you type in the near operator. It will still work the same way. And you click on the search bar. The words which are appearing in your query, the software will try to give all those documents in which the words would fall in the same sentence. So this is a digest note coming from Supreme Court of India, CPC 97, CRPC 1973, section 320, compounding of offenses under section 138, Instrument Act 181 and section 420 of IPC. Similarly, let us see another one as well. This is a judgment. Next highlight. An order of cognizance taken by the Criminal Code section 420, 120B IPC, and as well as 130 of NI Act. So this is what we were looking for, that the words in a query should appear in the same sentence. So that is a near operator. We also have other type of operator, that is or and not. So if the time allows, we'll try to discuss on all of them as well. But let us also cover the most important feature of today's session, that is, if you would like to make a case compilation or a compendium with the help of the software, how can you make that? So we are going to cover this the feature that is called how to make case compilation or the compendium with the help of the software. Now, please keep in mind, this works in two steps. First of all, you need to select the documents and upload the documents which you want in your compendium. Now, these documents can appear in different tiles. Some documents you might find under the find by party name, some documents you might find under word search, and some documents can also fall under the secondary materials or the bare acts. So you need to select and upload all those documents. Where you need to upload? You need to upload them in the SCC Online folder. That folder can only be accessed by you. So there you go. I'm trying to put in these four documents over it, two judgments and two digest notes. So first of all, I would like to upload this digest note. I click on this icon, that is add to my SCC Online folder icon. I click on it. I change the folder. I can give it any name I want. If you are trying to make a collection for you, like for example, you are trying to put in the IPC important judgments in it, then you can rename the folder accordingly. So currently we are talking to Christ University. Enter, select the folder and OK. So this document has been added successfully. Similarly for the judgment, click on the folder and OK. And I will quickly do that for the rest of the judgments, documents. There you go. All right. So the first step is completed. In the first step, what we have done over here is we have selected and uploaded the documents inside of one folder, right? The second step talks about that please access the folder and please make the compendium now. So how to access the folder? You go over here, just beside the dashboard icon, you get another icon like this. You click on my folders and you go to view folders. All the folders which have been created by you will come onto your screen, and now you can easily make the compendium. What you need to do is just select the documents 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have selected the documents. I will zoom the screen for you. Go to this icon. This is a middle icon. And go to this icon, that is the last icon, create case compilation. I click on it. And now it will ask me what should be the sequence of the judgments. I want the judgment to be move up, the judgment to move up. And all right, digest notes are looking good. Page size A4 and click on create. So once I click on create, the software will now make the compendium in which, first of all, it will give you the table of contents, the index as per the sequence you have selected. And in the second page, it will give you all the judgments, all the documents in the sequential order with the page nation. All right, so this is the table of contents, which is an editable. So just like you can do your personalization in Word file, you can also do the personalization over here as well. So this is important. You can type it over here like this. You can click on the save icon and it will be printed like this. So you can always do the editing. When you click on the second one, it gives you all the documents which you have selected with the page nation. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and it continues to go on. Sometimes most of the researchers, while they are in the moot court competitions, do not want to disclose their name for the privacy. For that, the answer is while registering yourself under the IP access feature under the login button, please register yourself as ABC or XYZ or something like that in order to not to disclose your name. So this is the feature that is called the case compilation. If you need a quick recap, you can leave your message in the chat box. We'll have a look upon that as well. So going back to the dashboard, we have briefly covered the research part for the basic and intermediate sections. Let us go to the my library portion and let us see what type of informations do we get from there. So first and the foremost is browse curated topics. So browse curated topics is a newly added tile. Under browse curated topics, we have given you several heads as per your area of research. So some of you might wanted to read or research under the public law, under corporate and commercial law, under family and personal law. So whichever head is suitable for you, you can click on that. So I go to corporate and commercial law. Now under corporate and commercial law, we have different categories available. We have banking and finance, we have aviation law, we have competition law, and we have different subcategories defined in it. So you can select any category you want. Suppose I'm clicking on any category over here. Let's say competition law. Now under competition law, what we have done over here is we have included all the information coming from statutes, coming from rules and regulations, coming from notifications, case law and articles, which talks about competition law. Now statutes does not need to be the statutes with all the sections. No, only those particular sections of different acts which are talking or which are discussing on the account of competition law. Suppose, uh, click on it again, Companies Act 2013 section 230 only, right? Electricity Act 2003 section 23 only, and similarly IBC section 31 only. So only particular sections which are discussing about competition law. Similarly, this method applies to rest of the categories as well. We have rules and regulations coming from CCI, we have notifications, and we have hand-picked important judgments coming from our editorial team on the account of competition law. So you might see that there are few judgments, but these are hand-picked judgments, and as per them, these are the most important judgments on competition law, right? Again, the method remains the same. If you want to save it, print it, all those features remains the same. So this is the one stop through which you can get all the information in one place. This is browse curated topics. Going back to the dashboard, we are done with the browse curated topics. Browse law reports and browse judgment by courts works in the same way. So I'll just quickly show you browse judgment by court. Under browse judgment by courts and tribunals, it actually helps you. How it helps you? You just need to decide on which date you would like to reach a judgment on. So for example, I would like to see the judgment on January 21st, 2021. Just a random example I'm taking from Supreme Court of India. So you click on Supreme Court 2021, 21, and January, and yeah, 21. So this is how you can reach to that we can say date, and you can exactly see on this date how many judgments were delivered, and you can certainly click and read about them. So if you know the date, you can certainly go into any judgment section and click on any case law you want. Moving ahead, we have browse acts and rules, in which we have kept the Constitution of India, we have kept the central acts, we have kept state acts and state notification as well. So I will give you information about the acts. So whenever you would like to see an act, so I'm currently clicking on central acts over here. The most commonly acts have been kept over here. As you can see, CPC, CRPC, Penal Code, Evidence Act, Contract Act, IBC, whichever act. And the rest of the acts have been kept in the alphabetical order. So for example, let us see. Okay, let us see Contract Act. So when you click on Contract Act, the whole information will be populated in the right hand side, and you can save the whole act on your machine. You can click on this icon, save, and this whole act will be saved onto your machine. Now, either you can scroll down or you can click on any section which is available in the index. Like for example, section 7. So section 7 talks about acceptance must be absolute. And this information which is coming in from the original authentic source. However, this blue color information is coming in from the editors of Eastern Book Company. What they're trying to give you over here is that there are some important judgment on section number 7, which also talks about conditional offer, which also talks about sub silentio, acceptance, offer and acceptance, and formation of contract by auction. If these judgments are helping you, if these judgments makes any sense for your research, then certainly you can click on the citation option and you can read the whole judgment for you. So these are for your help coming from our editorial team. So whenever you see this blue highlighted portion, that simply means there are some important judgment on this particular section. So that is the Bayer Act section for you. You can certainly read any Bayer Act, any section, and you can always save it. We have the legal articles coming from different universities. So we have browse articles over here. When you click upon it, you get the law review journals, you get the blogs, reports. So I'll quickly give you the brief idea about the law review journals. So as you can see, we have different university and the SCC Online Journal Library as well. So if I click on any university name, for example, Aligarh Law Journal, you get the volume index. You click on any volume, and then you get all the articles coming from that university. So for example, I've clicked on this article, that is Right to Live with Dignity, a Basic Human Right. And now I can see it was written by Reena Jaiswal. I click on this asterisk over here. It was written by Dr. Professor Reena Jaiswal, and then the all other information about the author. All right. Moving ahead, we have browse secondary materials in which we have get the bills in parliaments, which has been passed by any one of the houses or which has been introduced by any one of the houses. We have also kept the reports of commission and committees. We have the bilateral treaties and multilateral treaties. And most importantly, we have moot court resources. Moot court resources gives you the information about the moot court competitions which were held, and also the mooting problems and the moot propositions which were submitted. So as you can see, the problem was this. And then when you see the winner team memo, you can see it over here, winner team memo from the appellant side and winner team memo from the respondent side, so that you can accordingly modify your, we can say, strategy or statics in order to tackle with the situation or in order to tackle with the problem of moot court. So there you go. Mr. Anna, would you like to add something?
I think there is a quick, I think we'll do a quick roundup of this. See, there are a couple of things that you can, wherein you need to do a search. That is, you need to have something, a party name or citation or something. And then that will only happen when you have something on your mind and you want to do research, right?
Mhm.
As far as for a normal day-to-day thing is concerned, I believe browse part makes a lot of important play a very important role, very pivotal role in your learning, because considering that we are addressing the first and second year students. So I think go through browse, because right now there'll be a lot of things that you're not aware of. So when you go to browse, you will be made acquainted to those particular information firsthand. And then you can make a choice that, oh, do you want to read about this or do you want to leave it for some other time? Secondly, uh, you know, in the word search that Mohit was giving examples of, I think word search is again, when you have something on your mind, then you do a search. Mohit, just go back to topic guide one more time.
Yeah, sure.
There is one thing that you will understand, I think, probably in the later years. Some people understand when they start doing practice in this profession. That's when they understand. Some people understand it when they start doing internships. So the thing is that the entire Constitution of India has been divided into different heads, which Mohit showed you beautifully in the browse curated topics. There were approximately nine main topics which are under which the entire Constitution has been divided. However, there are other subtopics which are the main heads and under which that you practice, like service law, labor law, then constitutional matters, then various other things, criminal matters. Now, all these heads, or all these different various verticals of law would have a lot of subtopics into it. So I believe you should be spending a lot, considering that we are just starting this journey of law, and it's a never-ending journey. You can't be saying that I know it all. Even Mr. Hari Salve and Ram Jethmalani sir, late Ram Jethmalani sir, would have never said, "Ki I know it all." They used to they still prepare before the case. It's not that I know it and I'll just go and I'll just talk. I have so much of experience. No, they still do their homework. So the point I'm trying to emphasize more on, if you see the list over here, let's take you start your career with family law, or you're just reading about family law. Mohit, could you just write family over there on the top on the search? Just write family. So now if you see is a family law, on family and personal law heading comes in. If you can click on the plus sign of family and personal law, you see all the topics that are related to family and personal law. Now, this is not only the topic tree for you, just to show you that, okay, what all topics comes under family law, but also you can start your research from this. See, in word search, you need to think of a word. In topic guide, everything is, it's like someone is holding your hand, walking with you. So like if you see now, it says family and personal law, it says adoption, child custody, and other things. Let's take child custody. And now you just come down and says search everywhere and search in digest node. Just go for search everywhere and start search. What's going to happen now? What you would have done otherwise in the word search by writing child custody in double quotes, You just clicked on it, and the results of child custody will just be, in front of you within no time. Now, not only this, but just let's go back to topic at one more time. Child custody as a topic, does it only comes under family law, or is there anything else, any other topic that will come under? So Mohit, just write child over there. So now you see this as three different topics: conflict of law and private international law, human and civil rights, and family and personal law. Let's click on the first one. So the child custody is being discussed under the first topic as well. Family and personal law, we already talked about it. And the third one is talks about child, but doesn't talk about child custody. So if you just write child custody completely, it will remove the third option over here. But now the purpose of showing you this is to have, so that you know that one particular topic can also come into various subheads. Similarly, let's take another common example. Mohit, if you just remove this and just write service law, just write service. Service is good enough. So service is so much, right? So because there are different things. Now just write service law. So we get service law, right? Let's click on service law. Similarly, service law, labor law, like you can see, the entire heads will come in. So the service law, the journey of any person who's, who's into, who's been governed by the service law would be first would be appointment. Second would be, the person maybe on the contractual terms first. He might be regularized later on. And the third can be retirement or dismissal or can be termination. So all those sort of things would be available over here. So depending on which topic is concerns you, you can search for it. And also, even if you don't have to search for it, you would also get a fair idea that what all topics comes under one particular head. So I think just start going through this tree structure. It's gonna help you in the future. It's not gonna help you right away, but it's gonna surely help you build up your vocabulary and understanding of a particular domain as you go on, as you go with it. Let's have some questions. I think
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
have one question that will this training be available? Uh, See, my friends, all these trainings, one like that you are a part of right now, all the session gets recorded, and what we do is we do share the link with the person concerned. So in this session, Nalini ma'am is our point of contact. So we'll be sharing the link of the video that we'll be uploading on SCC Online YouTube channel. However, if you go to YouTube and you see there are a lot of other videos, forget about the college videos. There are a lot of, I think there are 8 videos in, to be precise, which talks about each and everything that we have discussed today in this session. When I talk about search methodologies, word search, party name search, citation search, and others. There are videos which are only and only talking about individual points, like individual topics. So there's a separate video for browse. Mohit, could you open YouTube for a quick second?
Yeah, sure.
We'll just have a show it to everyone right away. And just search for SCC. That's SCC, just click on that. And that's where you see all the videos, right? You click on the videos, you see all the videos. Now, the quick thing that we would like to show it to you that would save you a lot of time. Please scroll down, Mohit. Look for SCC Online logo, okay? Which is a full screen logo, and you don't see anything else. These ones. All these videos are the training videos. These were live webinars wherein we were not, focusing only at one college. We were training everyone and anyone. The usual strength that we used to get in these sessions were around 10,000 people were watching these YouTube channel live. So if you see this, it says the first one, SCC Online webinar researching on the move. This simply talks about researching on the move, that is on the application, how the application needs to be used. The second one says alternate search methods. These are two parts to it. Then search by party name and citation, and then another one is folders, and then you have advanced search, and then you have using browse for research. Now, like this, I think there are two more. These are six. There are two more available. If you scroll down further, you'll also be able to see it. If you see the it's written over there how to find overruled law points on SCC Online. That's another one. So like this, we have made these videos available. So you can go over there, you can search with it. Don't look at the time. Don't get scared by looking at the 47 minutes, 1 hour time. Because these sessions were live sessions. And like I said, the strength which were joining us was like into 4 digits, 5 digits. So what was happening that people were asking a lot of questions at the last. So we were just putting a lot of we gave a lot of time in addressing those queries. Otherwise, the detailing is would be less than 30 minutes. Boy.
Yes, sir. So I believe the question posted by one of the students has now been answered. She would like to see the overrule portion again. So yeah, that overrule video is over there. You can certainly see that. Students, any more questions
Show it
regarding
one more
the?
time. I think if she wants to see it right now, I think rather than she goes over there, we can show it
Sure,
right away.
sure, sure,
How
sure.
that overruled needs to work.
Absolutely.
Let's have a quick run through it.
Okay. Okay. So the overall part works in a very, we can say.
All right.
I hope my voice is audible.
Yeah, now we can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So in order to check whether the case which you are trying to study or which the case which you're trying to research has been overruled somewhere or not, the first step is you need to open that case via find by citation or via find by party name. We have already discussed how you can enter the partial information or the information regarding the appellant respondent. We can certainly open any case now. So we click on select court, we click on Supreme Court, and let's say we take the SP Gupta versus Union of India case, right? Click on find case. And while reading this case, I quickly wanted to see how many law points of SP Gupta got overruled and in which case these law points got overruled, right? That's the question. So in order to answer that question, it is very simple. Once the case has been opened up on your screen, it's still populating. Yeah. So once the case has been opened up, what you need to do is you go to top left, sorry, yeah, top left, and then you type overruled over there. You type in overruled, you click on search button, and all the points of law that were overruled will now come onto your screen. So out of 53 points of law, only 5 are the ones which have been overruled. And I believe it is also giving me the judgment just because the overruled word is appearing. Yeah, I was right. So I guess only 3 points of law of SV Gupta are not a good law anymore. The identifier is red exclamatory mark. Whenever you see a red exclamatory mark, that simply means the law which was decided on this point of law has been overruled by any other case. How you can see which case it was? Please scroll down to the last and you'll see it was overruled in 1993 by Skora vs. of India, and recently it was again overruled in Skora vs. of India in the year of 2016. So that is the way you can find the overall law points. Any confusion, students? You can certainly post the queries over here in the chat box. I hope this answers your question. I forgot the name of the student. Miss Debas Mehta, ma'am. I hope this answers your question regarding the overall portion. Any other query, students? Till the time questions are coming in, I would just like to give us the contact details through which you can reach out to us whenever you need any help regarding the research portion of SCC Online. Please do reach out to us. Do write an email to us if our phones are not reachable. There you go. This is the information through which you can directly reach out to us. Mr. Anna, do you would like to add something? Okay.
No, I think it's been well covered. All the options have been
All
covered.
right. Miss Nalini ma'am, are you in the call right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I believe, ma'am, the session has been completed, and if the students has any query, they can directly contact us as well.
Okay, sir. No issue.
So, what do you suggest, ma'am? Shall we end up the session now?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We are thank you for your valuable time and guidance, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. It's our pleasure to cater to this beautiful audience. And yes, thanks to all the students who were listening to us from past 1 hour very carefully and patiently. Thank you, everyone. And with that, I will end this meeting. This meeting has been recorded, and I will share the meeting recording with Miss Nalini, ma'am. You can get the recording from her.